But that's showing that they're getting ready for the Armageddon, basically.
Oh,
Armageddon,
right.
which means
The
that
hour,
the place of judgment over there in the Middle
the
East.
hour Shabbat, man. The
Exactly.
hour Shabbat.
You
Matter of
know?
fact, we're gonna bring it started
Why do
off.
you think spiritually everything been happening over there in the Middle East?
That's
Well,
right.
that's our
Got it.
motherland, man.
Got it.
That's our motherland.
Got
The city of peace.
That's right.
You
Didn't
know,
something happen in London or something like that?
There's a
Jerusalem.
lot of stuff
On
happening.
Britain, somebody
A
dropped
lot,
a
a lot.
bomb on Britain or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that.
That
Well,
was recently,
that,
right?
that's where the elites are at. You know, the Rockefellers,
crazy.
the Rockefellers. That's like if you would say the whole earth is an office building.
Yeah.
That would be their branch. That would be their
I
office.
heard
You know
Hitler
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
Rothschild.
No, he wasn't a Rothschild, but he was a so-called
He
Jew.
came from you.
Yeah, he was a so-called Jew.
But he knew who the true Jews
That's
were.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's why he was
That's what I
killing
was saying,
them.
because he said
Which
something
they
about
are
that.
Jews, but are not.
That's
The
right,
synagogue of Satan, which
But-
is our land right now.
And he was trying to he basically was trying to stop that whole New World Order shit. That's why he was trying to help his people. He wasn't killing them people like they say, man.
Oh, so, yo,
But
like,
hey, you bringing up the Rothschild over there? They want to build banks. You know,
Right.
to have a one world currency, the
Right.
Bitcoin
That's
and all that,
right. Right.
with the chip, technological transaction,
Right.
which that's what that's for. That's why they're making all the technology and programming our people to think that it's alright,
That's right.
right? But our people don't force it because when they, they cut the food stamps off and all that extra
No,
shit.
no.
But they trying to, all these other nations, they don't want to, they leaving the U.S. currency and going into gold, which is the real money.
Right.
You know, in ancient time, we got paid off with silver and gold.
That's right.
That's the real money. But these are just all IOUs.
right.
But they trying to build their own banks over there in other countries. And they're like, nah, we're not having that.
That's right, huh?
Because if they do, they're going to control them.
Right.
And that's the Lord doing that because their new world order is not gonna be complete.
Right, huh?
That's to have all the other nations against
That's
nations.
what I say when they
That's what
fill their
you
belly, man. So now let's go back to this. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1.
Good.
It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, but I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot."
And that's talking about when, when they were selling our people in the auctions.
It says,
And they
giving
doing
the
that
boy-
now.
"A boy for a harlot." Right, it says, watch this.
And for wine, so they traded our people
That's right,
for little things, wine and things like that, which they still doing. They still doing.
That's right, man.
Over there in Africa, because over there in Africa, they can discern, they not
Oh,
like
damn,
this.
hold up,
That's not our
hold
people.
up. Watch this. Watch what the brother just said, man, for wine, right? It says, "And sold a girl for wine that they may drink," man.
So they made
You know
drink.
what I mean?
So they made
So no, look, now if we go back to
Are they not rich, off of us today?
that's right. Oh man. It says, "Woe to them." Damn.
That's
Oh,
Our
that's
people
what-
got contracts right now.
Right.
That, in other words, they selling them to the system.
Right.
Our people are being sold to the system because everything is just modernized.
That's
I
right,
see
huh?
it that like that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Our people being sold. This is the plantation right here.
That's right.
Back then we picked cotton, but today we gotta what? To wash dishes or
Clock in,
whatever
clock
the
in
case
and
is.
shit.
Because if not, what? You're gonna be kicked out. You know what I mean?
They got prisoners building railroads and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cheap labor.
That's
That's
Yeah.
cheap labor. And
Do you know how
all
much
the
dudes
prison
out here
system.
do? You know how much dudes get paid for that out here?
No, but you
But
got
the
you
prison
got
system, the prison system is just basically it's hardcore slavery.
It's making you. You took away your freedom anyway.
Right here, come.
It's
which
making
that's
you do
wicked.
it.
Well, hold up, check this out real
Putting our
quick.
people in cages and shit.
That's right. It says, "I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat." So like the brother said earlier, the valley of Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shabbat, which is Yahweh's judgment, and which is ultimate judgment. Is death. So all these people that's about to get drafted into the military and all that, like these college students, when they sign that what's it, I want to say public service, but it's a when they get grants and loans and all that, they gotta sign a certain agreement, man. It'll come to me, man. But when they sign
You're
that,
talking about like the financial aid and all that stuff.
there's financial aid, but it's another word. So when they sign it, they can be drafted. And when they get into the military, they still could go to school.
I know what you mean.
You know,
I ain't
so
want
some administration, something
Yeah,
along
cause
those lines.
they chipping them now.
Yeah, you can.
Like I seen a video with this lady in the army, and she was showing like, look, this is what they doing now.
Yeah,
Like it's real, like it's happening now.
That's right. Yeah.
Like you got
right,
certain prisons, like you go to prisons, you got certain prisons that's wanting to chip them. You know, so they won't escape.
Oh, well, check
or,
this out.
so they know like if something happens, breaks out in the prison. You gotta understand, they make money off of it. They're making money off of this. That's what they do.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so when them people go over there, right, and to that Valley of Jehoshaphat, it says, it says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. For the Most High, He's not coming there saying please and all that. He's putting you to death, man. You know, because what he's doing right now, he's talking to his men. Like the brother Bow in Jeremiah 16:16. You know, he's going to send for many fishers. After that, many hunters, man. You know? So right now, and then the back of the brother when he talking about how these people being chipped. And he talking about in the prison systems and all that. So we know that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, man. You know? And this is how you know,
And
right?
you got even you got people over there in what is it, Sweden, where you can't even get into clubs without a chip.
That's right. Yo, that's
You got-
wicked as hell, man.
Yeah, they
With a
it's
chip.
happening
Yeah,
now.
so they put it right here in your right hand. It don't matter where you get it on your body.
See,
man,
right
it's the mark
now,
of the beast.
it's like that.
Nah, it don't matter where you get it on your body. It's the mark of the beast.
Because when it talks about your right hand, your left hand,
Right.
that's speaking as far as working.
Right.
Because we use our hands to link it.
Yeah, like the
You
Apostle
understand what I'm
Hart
saying?
said, man, get it in your butt cheek, man.
You
Still
got
the
it.
mark
You
of the beast, man.
Because if you, because that shit is, our bodies is electromagnetic field.
That's right.
So that goes into the currency of our nerve system. So
Right.
we get that and we disobey them, they can basically shut your nerves off and you die.
Man, that's weird. People be seeing all that
That's,
stuff growing up on
and back then,
cartoons.
back
Like
then,
that.
they try to count our people
Right.
so they could control them. And the Lord said, nah, you can't count
That's the
Israel.
type of stuff they be
That's
having,
what-
like putting little chips
You
in
know?
people's bodies.
But now I got a scripture real quick.
Right.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and in Salakia, and of the sea.
Whoa,
For the
whoa, man,
devil-
destruction, man.
Well, yeah. And Salakia. For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath,
Damn.
because
So it's the devil right there. He's coming down on you having great wrath. Those things about to start now, man. We're talking about like basically martial law. Go ahead, Al.
because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
That's right, man.
And we just read scripture talking about when he shall fill his belly, the Lord's going to destroy him. Come on, man.
He said he know he got for a short time. So why do you think he want to chip everybody? Because you
Because
know
his times are speeding up.
Esau knows, well, the top elite bankers and all that. They know they Edomites. So what they're going to do, they're going to put out orders because they're in control right now. According to the book of Job 9:24, you know, the Lord give them control. So they try to confuse everybody so that you'll take your drink the same cup of them. And the cup that they drink is destruction, man. You know? But check this out. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 14. Matter of fact, yeah, verse 14 says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast,
And that's
saying,
talking about, the miracles
right,
with their technology.
that's right, man.
Because right now they could do some shit. Because back then when they created the atom bomb and all that, with the
Yeah.
slips like the brother talked about, they never like miracles of the heavens with the fluids. You understand? With the technology where you can speak to somebody down throughout the other side of the world. Back then they didn't have that. So it's like a miracle. You understand? But that's the Lord doing that. You know?
I said, in the power of the sight of the beast. So the beast is NATO, man.
Nah.
That's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. That's what the beast is talking about. Then you also have a beast that's talking about the Roman Empire. You know? When it says whose deadly wound was healed, but then it died. You know, because when the Roman Empire fell, they ain't died. They were wounded. Now guess what? Guess how it was reincarnated as America.
Yeah.
You know, America
That's why
runs the place. That's how you run.
that one time because
Yeah.
I did how I read that how we do how natural Christians live. it's basically Roman.
Yeah, good.
Like
Well,
this-
you know, that's why they
Roman
call this
Christianity.
Roman Catholicism.
Eating all that Easter and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
not it's not like that's
But it comes from that. But check this out. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the here go right here, which had the wound by the sword and did live. That's the Roman Empire, man. It says, and he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is the so-called white man system, and both and the beast should both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't follow the so-called white man's philosophy, his agendas and go by that, what they gonna do? They're gonna try and kill you. That's right. They're gonna put you to death. Exactly. Verse 16 says, God, and this is the back what the brother said about the whole jail thing. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. So that if you look up that word mark in the Greek, that word right there is charagma, which means to plant or imprint. Insert. So what are they doing with the chip? They're inserting it into your body, you know. And watch this, man, because this is so simple though, man. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. You know, which is Kasa sticker. You know, when you go back into the Greek, that's what the numbers are.
And that goes to the barcode. Because in order for you to buy things, everything runs in data.
That's right.
That's why we got social security cards.
That's right.
That's why even cars have license plate number.
That's right.
It's data. It's information of that person. You know what I mean? Because
right,
we are. You ever had a birth certificate on your birth certificate? It has your name in capital letters, which refers to you as a straw man.
Cut.
So being a straw man is you're not even referred to as a person.
That's right.
You're just a worker.
That's right.
You're a slave.
That's right.
That's what that's literally talking about.
That's right.
So in order for us to buy things with the chip, with our phone, we have to have a code in order to make that transaction.
That's right.
So that's what's talking about the image and all that. Not the image is not talking about Christianity.
That's right.
Like the mother camps be bringing it out.
Yeah. You got
You know what I
saying
mean?
that it's an embargo, man. Sleeping with the white woman.
Yeah.
But you still can buy and sell if you do all those things.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, not slot there, real fast. You got it was on in the Obamacare. I believe it was on page 2004, 2005. Roughly about the second paragraph when they talk about an insertable chip, implantable chip, and they saying it's for healthcare reasons. So now look it up for yourself. So now, just look up RFID chip and Obamacare. Look up RFID chip and Obamacare, and then but now they saying that it was supposed to be for like this how crafty the white man is. So they say, oh, if you was in a car accident and you was passed out and you ain't had no ID on you, you got your chip so they can just scan it and know with all your health purposes and whatever they had to do to revive you.
For your
You know
kids
what I'm
and
saying?
shit, for your animals.
Yes. Oh, because they got pedophiles and put it in your kids so you always know that and feel real secure. You know, that's how the so-called white man does it, man.
But right now,
you know?
He talked smooth, but
Yeah, that's what we just said. But war was in his heart, man. It says words
that
was
sound
butter.
good.
You know?
Word pedophile.
That's right. So they be like, but people will fall for that.
Yeah,
Like, oh well, you know what they said.
Because it make it sound good.
Right.
well,
I'm
Like, I want little
you,
Timmy to be all right.
Your kids, so y'all can see for pedophile.
but soon our people's
You
gonna
the
force that.
pedophile. You the
Soon our people's gonna force that
That's right,
because
man. That's right.
when martial law comes
That's right.
and when the economy collapses,
That's right. Oh man.
you know,
that's
when the
right.
financial economy, the bank
Oh man,
crisis,
I got something.
then that's when the American dollar is going to be completely wiped out. So people's going to have to be forced to buy things with the chip, take the bus with the chip.
That's right.
That's why
Oh,
right now you got your phones
right.
where you're able to swipe it and just dip.
right.
You're on the bus, swipe, all right, boom, easy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, but now they got the septic keypads. Now what you do with the septic keypads? You get on the bus, whoop, and go to your seat. Well, you used to have to drop a token in there.
McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, and you could pull up a coupon on your phone.
Oh yeah, and
Spin it like
that,
that.
that's what they
To
doing.
me, that was like 2 years ago when they started that.
Yes, but guess what they doing? They getting you familiar with it.
Yeah,
So it's comfortable, so to be normal.
So you
So
can
you
be
just
used to it.
yeah, done.
Just like just like when these all these things happen, like the so-called race riots and shootings,
That's right, man.
which
That's
they start.
That's coming.
Yeah.
They you know what they do that for? They bring out the troops, so
That's
our
right.
people can get used to seeing the troops around.
Martial law.
You know what I
They're
mean?
gonna make
As
you
a
want
form
the
of
truth.
protection,
Done.
because they can't really use our own troops because they over here to kill our people because they got families over here.
Right, that's
So
right.
what they're gonna do is they're gonna use foreigner troops,
They're gonna send our
and
people.
they're not
They're
gonna
gonna send our troops
hesitate to
out.
kill
That's
you
right.
at all.
That's right.
So
That's crazy.
That's why I said he would move far from you, the Northern Army.
that
What's the Northern Army? The Northern Army talking about the children in America.
So everybody got the chip in their hand, they gonna go to hell or not?
They're gonna die.
well,
Ain't no, there's
well,
no such thing as hell, man.
technically this is hell because
That's
hell
right.
in the Hebrew just
Matter of
means
fact.
something with a T, I forgot, but it means grave.
That means Gehenna.
This is
Gehenna.
hell. Hell is just
Gehenna.
another word of stress and like slavery and
Right
burden,
now, I can prove that to you too.
like a
right?
burden, all right?
I just,
It's not like a red man, in the fire and we go underneath and nah. That's what the churches teach you, man. That's vain. That's philosophy.
but
But
yo,
if you do get the chip, then you denying the works of the Lord, and you basically you trust in Esau more than the Most High, basically. And the Lord is gonna cast you away. You know. But here's the thing, though. You're gonna have Christians that know about the chip and I'm not gonna take it, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna be saved. You get it?
nah, but see now, all right, now they got pastors teaching that it's cool to get the chip. And their agenda, that's how it's under, it's covered under the 501c3 charter. So what they do, they pull scriptures for all submission. Like be submissive to this, be submissive to that. The same way they did back in slavery time. Man. The same exact way. So they just doing it now, so the people be like, oh well, pastor said that it was cool to get the chip. Oh, I'm gonna go get it. But the scriptures clearly tell you don't get it, man.
They don't bring out the scripture.
They say everything these days. They be talking about, man,
Scripture
one
said-
pastor was talking about how black people don't do nothing.
Right.
I'm like, who
The
built this whole
scriptures say
country?
what?
What are you talking
To
about?
prove all things.
That's right, that's right.
And also the scriptures say to study to
Show
That's on
ourselves
YouTube.
approved.
no, there's another one that I believe the Proverbs where it talks about how you gotta study to show answer.
That's right, that's right.
To have an answer, because the scriptures have an answer for everything.
That's right. Matter of fact, I was looking for the scripture where it said, "He shall cast hell and death into the lake of fire." So if there was a such thing as hell, why would it say he's going to cast death and hell into the lake of fire when the Christian church told you that the lake of fire is hell? But you standing in the lake of fire right now, it just hasn't been ignited yet. And I bought that. I did a lesson last night, and that was one of the scriptures that I pulled, man. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, like that. I said, damn, like,
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's a cut to that whole hell, like like you said, you're going to go to hell. If it was a hell, like the brother said, hell is Gehenna, and in the Greek, and in the Hebrew is Sheol, which was a place that's grave in a pit. And they also had a place over there in Jerusalem where they used to throw the trash outside the city and burn it. That was hell, So but it was misty translated to, and they put it from the Greek and from the Hebrew into the English. They just made the word hell, So because words lose meaning in translation, They could have easily said the grave.
Just like you don't, God, just like you don't see America in the Bible written or America.
That's right. That's right.
It's referred to as written in matter of fact, you want to read
Matter of fact.
Revelation chapter 9 verse.
Wow. I'm right there. Huh?
That's
I'm
the
right there,
spirit.
man. Good.
It's not referred to as America, but
That's right,
spiritual Babylon, Egypt, also
That's right.
the virgin daughter.
Yeah.
Because I said it earlier, so this brother can get edification, but the virgin daughter is referred to as, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which this is the virgin daughter of Babylon.
Okay,
And it said virgin because America's never really been through any type of calamity. You understand? So they never really got hit by an atomic bomb or some shit.
Right.
Like a virgin never really been touched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the daughter of Babylon. You got the Babylon daughter, the daughter of Babylon.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
who is that then? Because you had Babylon, which we know that Babylon, first of all, Babylon was destroyed before John the Revelator was writing about the daughter of Babylon. So he couldn't have been talking about that Babylon, but that Babylon was already gone. You know? So he saw the land that mimicked Babylon, which is right here where we at, bro. But this is what the brother wanted. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 15. It says,
Yeah, you can start at 16.
16. All right, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 16. It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of
That's
them.
talking about 200,000 missiles. And the horsemen, because back then you gotta understand the way they describe things is different back then. You understand what I'm saying?
Like how you
Because
said the missiles, the arrow.
That's right.
the
Remember I
arrows,
brought that out there. I
and
brought
that's
that
how
out
they
in second
described
episode.
it. Because now,
Second episode, 16
yeah,
chapter.
come. Yeah.
Verse 17 says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, Salaki,
Breastplates of fire, which
and of
God went all out with the fire from the
and of jasmine and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
Well, that was the point on that.
So that's about their head. So because you got a thing called nuclear warhead, so it's the head of the missile. So when it hits the ground, guess what? It's fire.
Fire.
And immediately turns into fire. So that's basically what that's talking about, man. Fire and
I'm
brimstone.
gonna back you up.
Word, huh?
Piggyback real quick. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
Yeah, so that's the second. That's World War II, man. You had World War I, which was destruction. Then you had World War II, which was destruction. That was the second woe. So now what's World War III? The third one coming quickly, man. You know? And then what was World War II? It was roughly about what? 80 years ago? Something like that? A little over 80 years?
And the Lord said, you shall speed up the time for the election.
That's right, done.
You know?
Damn,
So we
man.
could
Like
get
I
up out
said
of here.
last time, it don't seem like that long since all that stuff happened.
That's right, man. That's
So we
right.
could get up
Like
out
nothing
of
that
here.
nothing that they talk about there, that all happened
Oh,
in the
I got
past,
you.
like not that too long ago, not too far ago.
Matter of fact,
Regarding
you
the last-
oh, you got
regarding the last
you got
bond.
16
Bad job.
Man, good.
We could-
So,
We'll be
since,
here for hours if we break the whole chapter.
good. Since we talk about missiles, right? Now, that's how I believe I brought this out Friday when we were here. You know, but those videos ain't get uploaded. You know what I'm saying? So now we out here again.
You got 10?
Yeah, good.
16 and what?
16 and 7.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 7.
Good.
May one turn again the arrow that is shot. Matter of fact, I can start at 6.
Yeah, good.
May any man drive away an hunger lion
Good.
in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble
Good.
when it hath begun to burn.
That's
He's
right.
he's asking.
That's right.
May
So
one-
once the fire gets ignited and the stubble, I believe we talked about this Friday. Once you start burning something, who's going to stop it? The Lord
In
started.
other words, you can't stop a mission.
That's right, God. Once you shoot it, you can't be like, oh damn it, I
Can't
want it to
change
come
your
back.
mind.
Yeah,
You already shot it.
That's just like if you shoot a gun, you
Join
can't be
the
like,
air.
I want to take that bullet back. It's already done, man. The damage is done.
Exactly. Now it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of the strong archer. So he's asking, can one, turn it back? That shot with the strong
An
archer.
arrow,
The arrow.
right? You see that? The arrow, man. Go ahead.
The mighty Lord sendeth the plague, and who is he that can drive them away?
That's right, man. The plague is talking about the missiles too, amongst other things. How you got martial law, kind of diseases, all that, man. All the diseases of Israel, Salakia, of Egypt is coming right back. Go ahead, huh?
I hope they don't bring the locusts. That's all.
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Damn.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder.
That's crazy, huh? Yo, that's the
Damn.
Lord, man. He said that, yo, read that one more
And there's
time.
another
man.
precept that speaks on the beams of the light
Yo,
from the chariots of the angels, and it basically disintegrates them.
That's right.
But
Yo, the Lord a bad dude, man. Go ahead,
the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten
That's right.
to powder, and his presence.
Come.
The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled.
Right.
And
The
the,
missiles hit too.
and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power.
That's right, man.
In other words, in other words, prophecies happening before the Lord showing, before the Lord's glory arrives. You know what I mean? So it's like, even when Yahushua is resurrected, there was earthquakes.
That's right.
And there was a blood moon, I believe, on that day too. So it's showing that it's the power. Before the Lord comes, all these things shall speak.
That's right.
You know?
They shall speak and not lie, man. You know?
This is the point right here, brother. It said, verse 13, for strong is his right hand
That's right.
that bendeth the bow.
That's right.
His arrows that he shooteth are short
right.
and shall not miss.
That's right.
When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
There you go, right there.
Now, how you gonna shoot a regular arrow from one corner of the earth to another?
You can't even shoot it. You
It's
can't even
common
shoot it.
sense.
You can't even shoot it to that temple sign, probably.
It's common sense that it's
Okay,
common
how much
sense.
aim you got? You want to take different cotton, you can't get an air.
It's going to lose velocity and just fall.
So in other words, man, the missiles that the brother read, the 200,000 missiles that the Lord's gonna bring over here, it's not gonna miss.
Right. Wherever they sit. Because
That's why
they set the coordinates for
That's
it.
gonna mess the whole state up by itself.
That's why America is referred as the lake of fire.
That's right.
All this is gonna be flamed up.
That's right.
That's the only way to cleanse this place.
That's right.
Because the Lord cleansed it with water, but now spiritually you gotta cleanse it with fire.
That's right.
Because that's the only element that can spiritually cleanse.
That's perfect. And then this place is going to be uninhabitable. No?
Well, the
Matter of fact,
animals
it's a
that
revelation.
dwell in deserts is gonna
That's
be over
right.
here.
Come.
Yeah, I'm
Matter
about
of
to go. I'm
fact.
about to go drink it.
All right.
Nice.
Yo, while you grabbing
like
something,
before
bro,
all this calamity
grab me
happens,
some- grab me
all
water.
the Israel gotta wake up first, or no?
The light,
Oh,
the
like,
light.
just
Because you
like
gotta understand, the Lord is only gonna, matter of fact, get me
I'm about
Romans,
to get,
Romans, Slaki. I'm asking you a question right now. But I wanna answer it with the scriptures too. You know? So you won't think I'm going
let
off.
everything be done. Just
Get me Romans. Bear with me, Aki. This is Romans chapter. Alright, Romans chapter 9, verse 27, right? Baba Kashai.
Very
Now
good.
the Lord is gonna the Lord chose Israel, all Israel, the so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. He came for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our people. Now, ultimately he's gonna save all of us, you know? But with the elect, the 1/3, you know, they're gonna be saved, but the Lord's gonna destroy 2/3. Alright? Which is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. 2/3 shall be destroyed. But they're gonna come back in the kingdom of heaven though. Because the spirit never dies.
That's right.
You understand? It's energy. We never die. We reincarnate, brother. That's what reincarnation is.
All you do
Because
is
we
go
was
to
here
sleep.
once. We was all here once.
That's right.
So when you die, you just rest. You are the heavenly Father. You
What
know?
it says in scripture,
But in the
like
kingdom that like, we're gonna repopulate and we're gonna bring them back.
God,
You understand what I'm saying?
oh,
But read that, Baba Kashai.
I got you.
yes, so, but they